Okay, so far we've been talking about how to make notes and patients on Scribenote, and next we're going to be talking about how to get those notes off of Scribenote. You might want to do this for a few reasons. One of them might be to share information about a patient with their owner. Another might be to send updates to a referring DVM. Another might be to export some of your notes that you've made on Scribenote, maybe through a feature like AutoSoap, into other software that you use alongside Scribenote. Okay, so without further ado, let's go to the Export Notes page. This is a page where you will see every note that you've ever made on Scribenote for easy export. If you look at so essentially those notes will be split between notes that have not been exported and notes that have been. If you want to export a note, you can do that in a few ways. The easiest is the easiest if you want a PDF is to click this button right here, and that'll download the note as a PDF for your review. You can attach it to an email or anything else you want to do with it at that point. The next thing you could do is export that note as a link. Oh, by the way, what just happened there, that note we just downloaded is now in the previously exported section of our export page. And now we're looking at notes that have not been exported. So we could export it as an email, and of course you could do that as a link, where the recipient of this email would get a link to open a Scribenote note, and they'd be able to see any attachments or any information that you've included in the SOAP note. The other thing they could do, of course, that you could do is export the note as an embedded form. So what that does is it takes the subjective, objective assessment and plan and puts it in an email and sends it off to these recipients. Anything you include in these special instructions will show up in the email that the recipient receives. Okay, so that's the first place you can export, and then just the final note on exporting is if you hop over to a patient's page, there's two more ways to export. One of them is exporting the entire notebook, and where this is really handy is if you need to hand off a patient's entire medical history, you can click this button and it'll roll up all key information and all previous notes into one big PDF file that can be sent off really easily. And then the final thing you can do here is click Export All, and what that does is it rolls up each individual note into a zip file for you to do with whatever you need. All right, those are all the key ways to... Wait, I'm not done. There's one more thing you can do here. That is, let's say you want to receive every note that you make in Scribenote automatically. What you could do is go to your account page and set up an auto export email. This is really handy. And so that thing that you see at the bottom of every SOAP form, or that thing that you can do on every note stored in Scribenote that lets you send off a note, you can set that up here so that you don't have to keep emailing the same account. So let's say you have an administrative assistant where you want all your notes to go, or really anything like that. You can set up an email one time. You can choose how you want those emails to export, and you can choose how long, if it's a link, how long that link should stay active for. And so that's just the final way of getting notes off of Scribenote. Okay, now I'm done. I hope that was clear. Please let me know if you have any questions. Bye now.